Hey MacKillop, my name is Benjamin Porter.
And I'm Charlotte McLeod.
And we are your 2026 college captains.
I think one of our main goals is encouraging each other and just hoping to be a friendly face for everyone around the school.
Yeah, definitely, because that feeds into our pastoral care sort of theme this year, encourage one another. But another core thing we've sort of asked ourselves is just the question of how can we use our role to do good? That's something that we've sort of put towards the whole SRC, but also to ourselves, and that essentially means, when we're put in any situation, during our school day, when we're involved with the community, how are we going to use, our badge, our standing to do what's best for the people around us, really, especially students, because we are the Student Representative Council,
To be elected by our peers is definitely a privilege, and we are so grateful to them to know that they can trust us with this very important role.
If there's any word to describe it, it really is just superb.
I dance a lot, and I like hanging out with my friends, just doing spontaneous things with them. I also have a part-time job, so I'm always there.
So busy. Well, considering it is summer, find me on the weekend, I'm probably playing cricket. Not that I'm any good at it. I might spend my other time, I run a music review page. I listen to a lot of my music. I love my music. All things from Woody Guthrie to Somber. But other than that, I might be, writing music. I enjoy writing my poetry and artsy things like that. Yeah. My first impression, she's here and she's excited. She's just ready to go. And that is really great. And that is the sort of energy that MacKillop has always been about. I think she's going to fit in wonderfully. This could immediately tell. She's great.
Despite her being new, she's definitely welcoming, which is really nice. And we always love having a welcoming principal and someone we can easily turn to and go to and rely on.
Definitely.
Definitely the community, and just knowing that teachers want us to succeed and do well, so we always know that we can turn to them if we have any issues.
Yeah, it's the thing a lot of students and staff often, really say it over and over again, but because it's true. The MacKillop community is really what makes this school special. You show up to school and it feels like a breath of fresh air, like I don't want to get sort of romantic about it, but it's just absolutely our favourite part of it. It's just everyone is on board, Get in there, get involved. That is the main way, we all want to succeed in some sort of way with our schooling. We all want to feel like we've accomplished something throughout our time here. And the best way to do that, MacKillop, is to just put your hand up, get involved. With this school, I've said it before, you get out what you put in. And it doesn't matter who you are, how long you've been here, if you show up, you will be welcomed with open arms.
Especially for year 7s, if you see someone sitting alone or not having as many friends as you'd hope, definitely invite them over, because those friendships will be lasting all the way to year 12. So definitely try to get to know as many people as you can. Even 8, 9, like the teachers, really engage with those people because they're always there to support you and be friendly with you. So when I started in year 8, me and only a couple of students started, and we were partnered with a buddy which helped us navigate the school, which really helped me, and I got to meet all her friends, which made me feel a lot more comfortable going to school. At the end of year 9, I was like, YOLO, let's do it. Got SRC, and I've been SRC ever since, and I love it. Yeah.
I was born in Sydney, but eventually I moved to Cooma and, attended the St. Pat's the Feeder School there, and I came through with all those other kids that came from Cooma. I found that it's almost like standing on a diving board. Not that I've ever done that, but You're like Mr. Bean standing on the diving board. You can stand there as long as you want and be, you know, afraid or nervous, but either way, at some point you're gonna jump in the water. So just jump, just get in there and do it. That was my philosophy, and I'm very happy, you know? Yes. If you haven't given something a go, you know, throughout your last however long you've spent here, just give it a look. Like, give it a go, get in there and meet people from your year group that you're going to graduate with that you might have not met before, you know? Just do something you haven't. That's really my thoughts. Yeah.
Make it a year to remember, fill it with memories, laughs, friendships, really get to know everyone. Definitely engage in the last events we have, like the swimming carnival, athletics carnival, relay for life. Definitely make it a year to remember.
Book week.
Book week as well.